Hello and welcome back to yet another video on legends and myths. In this video, I'll be telling you the story about a very prominent and one of the most well-known deities in Japanese mythology. This deity was none other than Tsukuyomi, the Japanese god of the moon. Tsukuyomi, also known as Tsukuyomi no Mikoto, is a fascinating figure in Shintoism and a proud deity of order and beauty. He is the brother of Amaterasu, the goddess of the sun, and Susanoo, the god of the sea and storms. Tsukuyomi and his siblings were born of the purification ritual Izanagi underwent following his trials in Yomi, the land of the dead. In most cultures, the moon represents a guiding force or clarity of thought in dark times. The phases of the moon symbolize immortality and eternity, enlightenment, or the dark side of nature herself. The moon's connection to the night, its ability to illuminate the darkness, and its influence on tides and nature have led to associations with mystery, magic, and other worldly power. Though the moon is often regarded as beautiful and worthy of viewing, Tsukuyomi himself is seen as a negative figure in Shinto and Japanese folklore. However, this does not prevent him from having shrines, such as the one at Matsuno Taisha in Kyoto. In modern day, people do not worship Tsukuyomi, although they may pay their respects in passing. In Japan, the Tsukuyomi Shrine in Kyoto Prefecture is a Shinto shrine dedicated to the moon god. His origin begins when his father, Izanagi, having failed to return his wife Izanami from Yomi, the land of the dead, placed a boulder at its entrance to prevent her escape. Soaked in the impurities of Yomi, Izanagi sought to purify himself by bathing in the river of Woto. As he washed his eyes and his nose, 3 kami were born: Amaterasu from his left eye, Tsukuyomi from his right, and Susanoo from his nose. Izanagi labeled these 3 gods among the most important of the kami and decreed that they would rule the heavens. Together, the siblings climbed the heavenly pillar and ruled Takamagahara, the high plane of heaven. Tsukuyomi married his sister Amaterasu, whom he spent eternity chasing her across the sky. Tsukuyomi is a perfect match for his wife, though it is unclear if he is the father of her children. Beautiful and serene, he believes in order and etiquette whenever it is necessary to do so. His enforcement of such ideals extends to the point that he is willing to kill to maintain order, despite killing itself being a breach of etiquette in the heavenly court. Thus, there is irony in Tsukuyomi's strict adherence to etiquette. To enforce it, he's willing to break it. In one myth, Ukemochi, the goddess of food, held a great feast. Though she was invited, Amaterasu was unable to attend and thus sent her consort, Tsukuyomi, in her stead. He watched as Ukemochi began to create the feast, but found her methods to be incredibly repulsive. She vomited fish, rice, and deer from her mouth before pulling food out of her other orifices. She then presented these foods to him at a banquet, but Tsukuyomi was so disgusted by her actions that when she offered the food to the moon god, he drew his sword and killed her on the spot. When word reached Amaterasu, she was horrified by her husband's actions and labeled him an evil kami, unworthy of returning to the heavens. This separation of Tsukuyomi and Amaterasu was the origin of day and night. For all eternity, Tsukuyomi will continue to pursue Amaterasu across the night sky without ever reaching her. Even during an eclipse, the sun will run from the moon. Although Tsukuyomi is often regarded as an evil figure in the Japanese pantheon, like the moon, he is also kind and peaceful. He was a god who cared deeply about order and etiquette, and he would go to great lengths to enforce it. Tsukuyomi is one of the most important deities in Shintoism. He is a proud, violent, and somewhat tragic figure because he is estranged from his wife. the sun goddess, due to his horrific act. Now, the moon god must chase her across the sky every night, but it would be his constant struggle to return to his wife, and because of his crime, night and day were created. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this to come. Let me know what other moon deities you would like me to make a video on next. I appreciate all the love and support. Take care, and I'll see you in the next myth.